Happy Tuesday, and thank you so much for tuning in for our live episode of Season Sunflower Hour. As always, you guys know how much I love you and how much it means that you are part of our Sunflower Hour family. So if you are new here, welcome. I hope you fall in love with us just as much as we enjoy having you tune into the show. And feel free to like, comment, do all of the things. Make sure you subscribe to the YouTube channel so that you never miss an episode. I promise you, there are so many incredible guests, so many amazing stories that we get to share on the show. And I don't want you guys to miss any of it. So like I said, make sure you hit subscribe, make sure you hit like, just hit all the buttons just to be safe. Why not? Hit them all and keep those reminders coming so we can see you on every live episode. Now, if you guys are tuning in, make sure you jump into the chats. It is so much fun seeing where you're tuning in from and hey, getting to have you be a part of the show. If you have any questions for our guests throughout the night, throw them in there. They love hearing it. They love seeing it. And like I said, I want to see where you are in the world and why you are tuning in. So make sure you chime in the comment section. Now, usually I have some really awesome updates for you. And of course, we have so many things going on with ALS United Greater Chicago. In fact, there are too many for me to sit here and list them all out because I want to get straight to our guests. So what I am going to tell you is we have some incredible events coming up. This fall is going to be huge for us between the different walks, the symposiums, the educational events, the caregivers events, boot camps, all kinds of incredible things are coming your way this fall. So to check out all that information, to learn more, to even see how you can get involved if you want to learn more about ALS and what we do and become a volunteer and join our family there as well, we would love to have you do so. You can find all of that information out on our website. I will throw it up in the comment section for you. Check out alsunitedchicago.org. We have an amazing events calendar there. You can see all these really cool things that are coming up, see what's in your area. We would love to have you come out and join. Lots of good stuff. And by the way, a lot of the registration for these events are completely still open. So it is not too late if you do want to start your own walk team, if you want to join someone else's walk team. Heck, if you just want to come out and have an amazing family day out, it is so much fun. I know you guys have heard me talk about this on the show before, but these events are unlike anything else. It is so much harder to describe. It is way better for you to just come join in person and see what the experience is like. So bring your family out. It is such a fun day to just be surrounded by excitement, love, hope, and all kinds of great things. So again, one more time, I will remind you, check out the website, alsunitedchicago.org for all of those updates. Now, we are going to get into it. Now, if you have ever seen the show before, you have seen me talk about how much I cannot run. That is probably one of the things I'm absolutely worst at. So I have so much respect, so much absolute admiration, and I'm not going to lie, it is super inspiring to hear all these incredible stories of runners from Team ALS. I literally do not know how they do it. And I just have to say, anytime I've been at a marathon and I see pretty much anybody doing it, I'm impressed. But when I see those runners from Team ALS hit that finish line and come over to talk to us, they literally look like they haven't run and they are still perfect and they are still glowing and gorgeous. And I really don't know how they do it. So I cannot wait to bring our guests on tonight. We have Team ALS runners with us, and not only are they running, but they are taking this international for us. So I'm really pumped. I'm going to bring them out. I'm going to let them share the story, but get ready to meet two of our international Team ALS runners, Wayne and Mary. Hey, guys.
Hey, how's it going?
Ooh, can you hear me? I didn't even want to give a long intro. I just wanted to get straight to these stories because what I think is really cool and what I want everyone to get to hear, you guys, you're runners, and we're going to dive into that, but you didn't have a connection to ALS. And I think that is really cool. I think what's happening here is the power of spreading awareness, getting the message out, and finding something that you are really passionate about and letting that bring you on a crazy new adventure. So straight out the gate, I want to hit you with, how the heck did you end up joining Team ALS?
Well, we wanted to run, Mary's trying to run all the big six marathons worldwide. And so Berlin is on there. And we were just, going through the different charities that were available. And actually we were talking to them about a different run, and they had mentioned they have two spots for Berlin. and of this year. And so we're like, sign us up. And because we've ran for charities before in the past, every time we've ran marathons, it's been for charities. And so we were just super excited that they had the spots open, and we're happy to raise the money for the charity. It's a great charity. And, we're looking forward to it.
Ah, I love it. Okay, let's go back to when you guys decided to run, not just for charity, but just run in general. Why running? What made you fall in love with running? Was this something you've liked since you were little? Is this a new passion? Where did this passion come from?
I've ran since I was about 12, but not marathon running, just daily running. And that was, besides exercise, it was kind of just my mental, like, calming, I guess. When I would be doing schoolwork, I would go take a break, go run, come back and finish. I ran track in high school. I wasn't good, but I ran anyways. And I think,
I don't think I buy that, but okay, I'll let you have it.
so that's just how it started for me. And then I've just always ran. The most I had done before a marathon was a half marathon. I did like 2 of them just kind of to see if I could do it. And I really didn't know that I would ever run a marathon until like Wayne kind of brought it up because he had done plenty of them.
Okay.
Yeah.
So were
So
you a
she,
lifelong runner too, Wayne? Was this your thing
no,
since a young age?
I started running about 20 years ago. So I got sober about 20 years ago, and I had a friend that was also sober, and he's like, "Hey, man, you might want to try running because it helps with just, it helps calm you down, it helps keep you balanced, and it's obviously it's good for you." And so I started running, and man, I'm not a runner. Like, I'm not built like a runner or anything. And so I started running with no goal in mind. I ran a mile. The first time I ran, I kind of ran a mile. And then I'm like, well, I'll just keep it up, and started running like 2 miles. And then I had a friend that said, "Hey, I'm going to run a half marathon. You want to run one with me?" And I was like, "Yeah." And he said, so we signed up for a half marathon, and I trained for that and ran it. And when I ran it, I was like, I really enjoyed it, and I said I really want to do a full marathon. So it was the Austin Marathon was when I did a half marathon, and so a year later I did the Austin full marathon. And so, which is really hard. I don't recommend it for your first one because there's lots of hills in Austin, Texas. But and that's how I got started. And then I just started running kind of a marathon a year for a while, and and love running. I talked Mary. I've ran the New York Marathon 4 times. And I talked her into running it with me, and so she trains for the New York Marathon, and of course does really really good. And she was just going to run one marathon, but I had a really kind of a rough marathon. I ran like one of the slowest I've ran, and I said, "Hey, I can't end my marathon running on that one. I have to run one more." And after that, she like got the bug. So we ran DC last year, and Mary's very humble because she qualified for the Boston Marathon by like 15 minutes in her age
Oh,
category. So, she really killed it. Um,
see, I
yeah,
knew
so
I
we
didn't
just,
believe it when you're trying to get out there and say that you weren't very good in track. I don't buy
I
it, not for
know.
a second.
Yeah,
I've gotten better with age.
yeah, but she really, so it's fun, something fun we do together. We don't actually run together because she's so much faster than I am, but we have our training programs, and we talk about it, we travel.
Yeah.
And so actually we're running for you guys also Tokyo. This Sarah got us a place in Tokyo for 2027. So we'll be back running for y'all in
Mm.
2027. And so I think I may be running Chicago for you guys too next year,
Yeah.
hopefully. Yeah.
I mean, I feel
If I
like
can,
that was just 2 big announcements that just happened. Just
there
dropped
you
that like
go.
it's
It's
nothing.
out.
Yeah, Team ALS Tokyo 2027, and then
Yeah.
2026 ALS
Yep.
Team ALS in
So,
Chicago.
yep, which is
Killer.
great. Yeah.
Well, I am fascinated by anyone that can say the sentence like "I got the bug and I just kept running marathons" because it sounds a bit
Yeah.
loony to me. I'm not gonna lie. So good for you.
Yeah. Yeah.
Well, when I was
Good for
running New
you.
York, I was towards the end, I was just like, I'm one and done. Like, this is so hard that when I finish this, I don't ever want to do another one. And I was sticking to that until Wayne just was like, just do one more with me. And so I trained differently. I trained to to try and cut time off. And I don't know, I just kind of enjoyed it more after that.
Yeah.
What was the difference? I mean, what do you think was the difference in your training from that first time versus that second time that made you kind of more, I guess, fall in love with it
Um,
more?
I think the second program I followed, maybe it was just I think I was better prepared. The first one was just really all about like making sure I could actually complete it. And then once I knew I could complete it, the second program was more about trying to pick up speed. And that way it's a hard program and you've ran a lot and ran fast a lot. And so I think the idea is that once you actually get to the marathon, you are so well prepared.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. She has her
How long
training.
does this? Oh, go ahead. Yeah.
I was just going to say, like, Berlin will only be my third marathon. And so I was pretty tired last year. I mean, I'm not trying to say it's easy, but I don't know. I felt better about it, happier doing it actually.
Oh.
Okay. Did you have that feeling? I hear it a lot from people that once you cross that finish line, it's like, no, I'm never doing it again. But then at the same time, you're like, yes, I'm doing it again. Was it that addiction?
I was kind of like, well, what was my time? Well, I think I could do a little better, like, so then it just automatically is like in your head that, okay, well, I'm going to train a little better. I'm going to do this a little bit better during the marathon to make sure that next time I can do a little better. It's just
crazy.
Yeah.
How long, what does this training process look like for someone like myself who's not a runner and has no idea how this goes? How long do you prep for this? Where do you start? What is the whole training process like for you?
Well,
it's an 18-week program.
Well, for the actual marathon, it's an 18-week program that we follow, but so our last marathon was last October, so we've been running the whole time, just still doing different programs to pick up speed. That's really what it is. And then once we're 18 weeks out, I switched to the marathon program. And it's a grind. I mean, it's hard.
Intense. In those moments, because I do hear this a lot, and I'm sure it's the same for you. I hear kind of like what you were saying, Wayne, like it was the thing that kind of, it's like therapy, right? I hear that a lot, that it's very calming, that it's just you out there running, doing your thing. I mean, that's kind of meditation for some people, that's therapy for some people, that's just time to just be with your thoughts and just have those moments. What gets you through though when it gets really hard? Those days you don't want to run, the days you don't want to train, the days that the weather is just crappy outside or whatever it may be. What's getting you through those really tough moments?
Well, Mary's super committed to her running program, and so she like always is like, she's very self-motivated. So I'm glad she's around because I'm not quite like that, because some days I'm kind of like, I don't feel like it. But you end up going anyway because we've committed to running a race, and committed to a workout program to get you ready for it. And, we're always trying to do a little bit better, but, it's just like the commitment to do it, just comes from inside, because, you want to complete something and do the best you can. And, it's plus it feels so good to run. I mean, not actually at the time, not before you start running, but once you start running, it feels really, really good.
No matter how
is
hard
there a different energy that comes?
I'm sorry?
Go ahead, guys. Sorry. I don't know if you can even see me at this point. My computer froze, so I can't see you guys at all. I can hear you.
That's okay. We can hear you.
Yeah, we can hear you, but can't see you.
Beautiful. Well, Mary, keep telling me what you want to tell me, and I'm going to restart, and I will be right back in. But I'm going to throw it to you guys. You take the show, and you keep telling people. You keep talking. You keep telling them.
Go ahead.
I think I lost my train of thought.
Well, I mean, basically, what we were saying is that, it takes like a lot of dedication to run, especially to run a marathon. And, but, the way I feel about it is that, if it's not probably not the best thing, but I don't always feel awesome about myself if I don't complete my training as scheduled. And so, I was running, actually, I was running on a trail and I fell down. This was like 7 weeks ago. And I had shoulder surgery like 6 weeks ago. So I haven't been able to run for like 6 weeks because when the type of shoulder surgery I had, I couldn't run until on Sunday I started running again. So I'm really trying to catch up on the training program that we have. So I was hoping to get a really good time at Berlin, but now it's looking like I just want to finish the race because, it's going to be pretty challenging with only, I guess, I think we have 10 weeks or so. To finish training for it. But, Mary, you can talk about your training?
Well, I was also just going to say that even though it's really hard, And sometimes when I'm out there running, I just want to stop because it's so difficult. But I
Oh, yeah.
always feel so much better. I mean, even though during the running it's really hard, once I'm done,
Uh,
I have that kind of like that runner's high, and I just feel, even if my times aren't good or even if I don't feel like I did a good job, I just feel good for having completed it.
uh, yeah. Oh, I think what she also said was, like what keeps you running whenever you want to stop. And I was like, I was just saying that, I get really disappointed in myself if I stop when I know I can do it physically. And so, and also I think that we have this thing that we don't really hit our full potential, that we can always push ourselves more and harder. And so, to get all that we can out of our workouts and out of life in general. But
And also I tell myself like that it's okay to do hard things and that
yeah,
hard things make me better. And then knowing that I've completed 2 marathons in the past, that when I'm running and I'm just not sure I can even finish the little interval I'm on, I just remind myself that I have in the past ran 26 miles,
yeah,
so I can finish another 200 meters.
yeah, yeah. That's good. Well, do you have anything else you want to say about it?
No,
Nope. We're really looking forward to go to Berlin though. That's pretty cool. We had to go to Berlin and then we had to get back for my daughter's wedding because we get back on like Thursday and she gets married on Sunday. So we got have kind of a quick trip, but we're looking forward to it.
I'm really excited to run for ALS, and then also I'm assuming meet other team members
Yeah.
that are also representing ALS out there. It will be really nice to meet the other runners.
Yeah. Well,
Just check and see
yeah.
if we got like an email or anything.
Yeah. I think so. Well, hopefully she'll be back on soon.
We're definitely not good hosts.
Yeah, no kidding. We're not such good hosts, so I'm not sure what to talk about other than I guess we can talk about. So you're running Chicago,
Yes.
yeah,
So
this year.
my goal is to run 6 majors. I know that they've added a seventh. I haven't really decided if I want to try Sydney, but so the 6 majors are Boston, New York, Chicago, Berlin, Tokyo, and London. And so right now I've only done New York, and then I have Berlin in September, and then Chicago in October.
Yeah,
And then next year we have London
so
and
we got
maybe
into
Boston,
London.
kind of depending.
Yeah,
And then it will be 27 Tokyo and maybe
yeah,
Boston if I don't do it next year.
the year after.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So
I don't think I'll ever get to do Boston because you have to qualify for it, and I'm pretty slow. So I may hopefully I don't know if they had I don't know what the charity deal is there, but maybe I can get a charity to get in there. But we'll definitely be running next year London and then 27 Tokyo and then yeah. I didn't get into Chicago, so because it's really hard to get in these races these days because so many people are running. So I have to
maybe check yours.
let me check my thing.
Well, you were kind of late to applying for Chicago this year, which is why many of the charities were
Yeah.
already booked up.
Yeah,
I was able to make it just based on like my time.
yeah. What charity did you run for in New York?
It was called Stomp the Monster.
Oh, yeah.
I
We ran
believe
for the same one.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it was more geared towards, I believe, cancer, the family members of cancer.
Yeah. I ran New York before too, and actually I ran for the same charity the 4 times before when I ran it, and it was also like it was also a cancer charity that supported families.
It would be great to be able to run the next ones that we need to for ALS and be
Yeah.
able to raise money
great.
for such a
Yeah.
great charity.
Yeah, because we didn't know a whole lot about it until now, and then we did some research on it, and hey, you're back. Good to see you.
We're
We're just talking.
We're just talking.
Love it. You guys, like, you're hired. Take the show away. It's so funny. We have never had anything this crazy happen before. Love it. This is all exactly what happens on a live. Usually our extraordinary producer Sam is here and she would have jumped in and taken over. So, I love it. I can't wait to watch the video back and hear all the great nuggets of just gold you guys were dropping on everybody.
Yeah. Yep.
Where are you
super
at?
exciting.
Let's pick right up. Where are you at?
Well, we're telling about the big 6 marathons that
believe
Mary's
it.
running.
Yeah.
And so in the marathons that we ran and the other charities that we ran for in the
I
past.
did really want to hear this. What?
Yeah, go ahead.
I love that. And I missed all of this. What are the big 6?
They just added a 7th, but the 6 are Boston, New York, Chicago, Berlin, Tokyo, and London. And then they just added Sydney this year. So, but I can still just do the original 6. I don't have to do Sydney. So I'm not really sure if that's my goal yet. So I've really only done New York at this point. And then Berlin and Chicago. I'll do Chicago in October.
Yeah. Are you running for a charity for Chicago or?
I just got in basically.
Oh, she got in. Oh yeah, because she runs so fast, she gets in them without having to get.
I really don't run that fast, but for my age group, I'm able to slide in.
Yeah.
I think you gotta stop saying that at this point. You gotta own it.
Yeah, I know. I don't know what
you just gotta own that with
pride. I don't know why she does that, but I was just saying we're going to Berlin and then we get back like on Thursday and my daughter gets married on Sunday. Yeah. So we have like a very quick trip. We're gonna be there for a week and a half, I think, and then get back.
Oh wow.
Yep.
Yeah, I mean
then we go to Chicago for her other race.
Yeah. So Berlin, I mean, it just kind of popped up.
Yeah.
And so we're just like, we can't not go. So
yeah.
Well, I mean, we'll be back in plenty of time.
Yeah.
So.
Plenty
I like
of
the
time.
attitude.
We'll be back 24 hours before we have to be somewhere.
No such thing as jet lag. No way. Sleep on the plane. You'll be totally good. Was Berlin ever on your list, not for marathon wise, but just bucket list wise? Was it ever on your list to travel to? Are you excited about that?
I'm really excited.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, we're excited.
What's on the list? What are you going to have to see in Berlin?
Well, we don't know yet. Usually when we travel, we like to go to the museums. And also
a huge museum there.
Yeah, they've got a big one.
Yeah. It's like, I think it's called a museum mall, I think it was called.
Yeah.
I'm not really that familiar with Berlin, so I was trying to look up stuff about it just to see what we can do when we're there.
We'll do some research and then, get a plan before we go. And so, because we're only going to be there for a week and a half.
I don't think we'll be there.
Okay. Like a week.
Yeah. It's hard before the marathon to do a whole lot of walking around because you don't want to be too tired. So we usually try and just do quick little trips, to see the sights before, and then we'll try afterwards to really explore.
Hit it. You say that, but I hear that after a marathon, it's kind of donezo. Your body is just done.
Yeah. Well, for a day or so. Last time we ran a marathon, we actually had to get it was DC last year. We had to get on a plane like the very next morning, like at 8:00.
Yeah.
Because we went
somewhere for work. Yeah.
Well, I had to go. So, for work, I had to be somewhere. And so we went, it was like a long flight. We went to
I was
Montana.
I don't ever want to do that again.
Yeah.
It was rough.
Okay.
Yeah. It was rough. Yeah.
You're just your legs are so tight. And then, tough to go sit.
Yeah.
Lesson learned. Well, you might have, if you already said this, then we don't need to repeat it, but you have had a lot of experience running for charities, right? Why did you decide to go that route? Why not just keep running marathons, do your own thing? Why did you want to run for a cause?
Well, I mean, it's always a good, every charity we've ever ran for has been, I don't know any bad charities. I mean, I haven't ran across any. And so I serve on the board of a couple of nonprofits here in Texas. And so I know how much, what the dollars mean to the organization because, they're real dollars and it helps you guys complete your mission, and help the other people out there. So, man, if you have to, put your money somewhere, that's always, you can't go wrong, running for charities.
Well, and it gives the marathon more meaning also.
Yeah.
I love that.
You're no longer just running for your medal or whatever. There's a cause behind it.
Yeah.
That's true. Do you feel the difference? I mean, since you've done it both ways, do you feel like it was more impactful on that run when you knew what it was going for?
I think I did. So New York was the first one I ran a charity, and then the second one I did not run a charity. I just ran, and I think it meant more to me. Also because it was for cancer, and it meant something to me that way too, you know. And I don't know. I think it just felt more important.
Yeah.
Yeah, I love it. And we talked about this before, and the dogs are cheering you on because they absolutely are like, yes,
Oh
mom.
my
Yeah.
gosh.
Yes, it was important.
Yeah. Yeah.
I love it. I love every second of it. I was trying to get them to come on the show, but they're having some doggy downtime. So
Yeah.
Yeah.
that's
Yeah.
okay. Next time. Next
Yeah.
time. I love that. Well, I mean, I know we're not going to play favorites, but what are some of your maybe what were some of your favorite charities that you did run for, or do you have any great moments from any specific charity runs?
No, you always go and meet with the people when you go to the races,
Yeah.
which is always nice. But it's always, I got to meet some of the people that the charity was helping, which is always impactful
Awesome.
because you get to see them and, But ALS is actually the biggest charity we've ran for, like because ALS is such. I mean, I know Chicago's one part of it, but it's such a big
Yeah.
organization. There's so many people involved in that charity across the country through many different organizations. And I didn't know a whole lot about it before, but we've read up on it some, and man, it's a really devastating disease. And so, hopefully they'll
Yeah.
make some progress through research.
Yeah. And what you guys are doing is helping that so much. I mean, honestly, I can't even express to you how awesome it is what you guys are doing. Like you were saying, you see it with charities, these dollars, they mean everything. They go
Yeah.
so far. Every single service that we provide, all of these, all of the transportation, the lending closets, the equipment that we give out, getting them the
Mhm.
help, getting them care service coordinators, getting them to their appointments, into studies, all of the things that we do are completely free of charge. No family pays a dime
Wow.
when they come
Oh,
to take part in any of these services. So everything, I mean, literally every single step you guys are taking in this marathon, every dollar that you are raising is going to that. It's going to provide everything that those people fighting this battle, everything they need so that they don't have to deal with that burden. I mean, as you've seen, as you guys have started to learn about ALS, this is pretty awful. And there are so many things on
Mhm.
someone's plate that is dealing with this, and the entire family. It affects
Yeah.
everybody.
yeah.
We want the money, the equipment, all of those things. We don't want that to be a stress
Yeah.
on the plate, right? Let's get that out of the way so they can focus on really making memories, really enjoying the moments that they do have left, because we
Yeah.
know where this disease goes. Right
Yeah.
there's no hope in oh man, maybe it's going to be different for my story today. Not
Mhm.
quite yet. We're going to get
Yeah.
there, but we know what the end result is at this point, and it
Yeah.
sucks.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. What's I don't know if you talk about this, but what's y'all's budget in the area that you guys serve? Like,
Oh my God. You know what? If Sam was here, she would jump in and tell you. I can't
mhm.
even tell you that. I
Oh,
mean, I
okay.
know we work our butt out because I can't tell you because I don't know. I don't know budget wise. I don't
Yeah.
know the budget wise what it is. We serve so many families, and we're
Yeah.
also serving. What I will say about this organization, and it's what I love about them, we don't ever close the doors. So just
Mhm.
because we
Oh,
say,
nice.
hey, we're the Chicago chapter, anyone reaches out to us from anywhere, we are always there to help. So we take on people in other states as well. Like we're very
Mhm.
open to just, at the end of the day, this disease sucks, and
Mhm.
anyone going through it should not go through it alone. So we will help you on that journey wherever you are at, or if there's someone closer to you that can help, we will make sure to direct you to that person. So that's
Mhm.
why budget wise, I don't know what we're at. It's however generous
Yeah.
and amazing all of our donors are to
Mhm.
help us bring in this money so we can make these things happen. And what I think is really cool too, if you guys haven't come across it as you are doing a lot of your research, but I know Ice Bucket Challenge was huge
Yeah,
for
man,
I
that's
remember.
big.
Yeah.
ALS,
That's real
right?
big.
Yeah.
Exactly. And they were able to really take that money and make that They didn't just, hey, let's blow everything in 1 year. They really, really strictly allocated all of the money to get through years of, okay, this is research, this is patient care, this is where all of this money is going. So not a cent of that gets wasted. They are so fantastic about the way they allocate their money, which is another thing that I really love. I
Yeah.
hope all charities, I hope
That's
all
awesome.
charities are that cautious. But yeah, I can tell you that the priority, and I've been with this organization for a very long time,
Mhm.
and I mean it from the bottom of my heart. I have never, ever, ever seen the kind of dedication that has come from this group of people. They live and breathe patient care, and that mission no matter what is happening in the world, no matter where things are going, no matter what policies are changing, the goal at heart here has always been patient care. That has always come first, and everything we do centers around how do we follow that mission of putting the patients first and giving them what they need. So I
It's
can't even tell
amazing.
you how thankful we are
Yeah.
to have you guys doing this, to have you doing this marathon is changing the lives of a whole lot of people.
That's great.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, the charity network is a pretty amazing thing. The number of charities that are involved and the amount of money that's raised, for so many different things. I'm always, when you see the list of charities that are involved, it's always, amazing to see and how much money is raised.
So cool.
It's a really cool thing. I would say most of the people running are probably running for charities too.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
Oh, really?
Or
You
a
think so?
cause, or,
Yeah, because
Love it.
these big marathons, they're so difficult to get into. So most of the time, that's the only way you can run one is through a
Okay.
charity.
yeah, I think that, it's and they run out of spots too. So
Yeah.
it's, I mean, like like this year's Chicago Marathon, there is not a spot open with any charity. Every charity's, completely maxed out, which is awesome. That's great.
Isn't that cool to see? I would love to see what that number is. We'll have the count later. I mean, I know for us, for Bibs, but as Chicago Marathon wise, I think it is
Yeah.
so cool that that many people from around the world are all coming to this one spot for this one race. It is
Yeah.
just so crazy. What is that energy like for you guys? Because now you have done it a few times. What is it like to be in that just marathon energy?
It's cool. Like the big ones are great because I ran New York and it was the most they had one year. I forget the year it was. It was like a few
Oh,
years ago, and so
okay.
there's like 50,000 people running the marathon from all over, and every like Chicago will be the same way. I haven't ran it, but
Yeah.
it's very international, so you get people from all over the world, and
Yeah.
it's really pretty cool to see what they do. Yeah,
It's
I
just
mean,
when
Why
you're
didn't
waiting in
you?
your corral, it's just like the energy
yeah,
and nerves and I mean, everybody's excited, but everybody's also a little nervous, and
a
it's
little
just
nervous.
like,
Yeah.
yeah, it's electric kind of.
Yeah. And people are so nice too,
Yeah.
generally. People are very, the community as a whole. I mean, especially when you're running a marathon, people are supportive and,
Yeah.
which is really cool.
It's true. What is that? What do those cheer sections mean for you? Because I'm sure that's got to be pretty exciting, right? As you're running, seeing all
It
these
is.
strangers just being there cheering you on. What
It
is that
is.
like?
It's, I mean, I didn't understand how much you need it. Like, I mean, because I had never ran a marathon, but when I ran New York, they had said like write your name on the back of your shirt, and so they actually had like masking tape or some kind of tape. So I wrote my name on it, and people would actually like call my name, and it was just like, oh, thank you, like that little, I don't know, energy you needed because you're like fading, and then you hear, come on, Mary, and you're like, oh, okay, yeah, I don't know, it's
Yeah.
important.
Yeah.
So cool.
Yeah.
It's great.
That is so cool. That is so cool. What do you where does it hit you? Well, maybe that's a silly question. Like, do you notice that now that you've done a couple of them now? Is it a certain mile marker that it really starts to hit you? Like, where does it start to get real tough?
Yeah.
I think the last marathon, I think I call it the pain cave. I don't know
The
where
pain cave.
I got that off like somebody's thing, but the pain cave was like 24 for me.
Yeah.
Like I was doing really good until mile 24, and then I was like, ooh, I
My
don't know,
pain,
this is rough.
yeah.
And
My
then
pain cave starts a little bit earlier, like
it
mile
only
18.
it only lasted for like a mile, and then I was like, okay, I'm all right now.
Well, she's a lot tougher than
She's a
me. So
champ.
In New York, I think the pain cave was like, I don't know, 21 to 25. It was rough.
yeah.
It was like up a hill. It was pretty long.
Yeah. It's funny, like as I started running marathons, it's like two runs. To me, like the first, 17, 18, 19 miles is like nothing. I mean, it's just like you're just running.
What?
Yeah.
And then after that, that's like when the race starts. Like mentally the race starts and you have to, I mean, it's very hard to do. I mean, for me, it's very difficult.
Yeah.
And, just like the mental, like I don't write my name on my deal because I have to concentrate, I have to like kind of like get in my
Ah,
zone. And so I enjoy all the cheering. It's really cool. But I mean, it takes all I've got to get to finish those races.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean,
okay.
you need the cheering at the end.
Yeah. Yep.
Okay.
So the last one we did was the Marine Corps Marathon
In DC,
Oh,
right?
in DC, and
very
I was like at mile 26, so I had like 0.2 left, and I thought I was like killing it, but there was like a Marine on the on the thing, like kind of cheering us on, and he was just like right beside me, like kind of like, come on, you've got this. And I was just like,
Yeah.
oh, okay. So I like really ran hard, as I could at that point. But you need I need that. Maybe not everybody does, but I needed that kind of encouragement, like
Yeah.
you're just fading
okay.
and you're tired and your
Yeah.
feet hurt and everything hurts. And it's really helpful to have people cheering for you at that there.
And you see like some pretty incredible things when you run a marathon. We see all kinds of things. I remember the first marathon I ever ran. Oh no, the first time I ran in New York, I'm running, and I hear these people talking behind me. This a man and a woman who don't know each other, just talking while we're running, and we're deep into the race. I mean, it's like 20, 21, and they passed me, and they were probably easily in their early 70s. Like both of these people, it's a man and a woman just talking. I'm like dying. I don't know if I'm gonna make it. I may just fall down any minute. And they're just like talking, just running. And I mean, seriously, they easily in the early 70s.
Those are our goals.
Yeah. And that's like life goals. But
Yeah.
and then also I've seen in New York every year there's firemen that run, and they run to raise money for the different fire department for the fire stations there.
Yeah.
But they run in full gear. I mean, like boots,
What?
tanks, helmets, everything. It's crazy. Yeah. And it's like it's
What?
nuts. Yeah. And then you see the guys that dress up like Superman and
Yeah.
all kinds
Really?
of crazy. Yeah,
Yeah.
it's pretty.
Was that
Seems
just a
pretty
New
crazy.
York thing, or did you see that anywhere else?
I didn't see it in DC.
Yeah, not really in
Okay.
DC. You see people running, but in New York it gets pretty crazy, and so you see all kinds of crazy things there. So
Yeah. What's the
yeah.
craziest costume you remember? I mean, superheroes, that's really
This
cool.
guy was wearing. I mean, this guy was wearing like a thong, and that's all he was wearing. And so, and no one wants it. I mean,
It's a
uh,
long run in just a thong.
yeah, it is. And
Yeah.
he was hauling too. I mean, he was like super fast. So I
Yeah, he
guess,
had like the
all
wind
the,
speed on his side, right?
yeah,
He didn't
I
have
guess
things
so.
getting in the way.
Yeah, that was probably the most disturbing thing I saw. But the coolest thing I think was the firemen who run in full gear. I mean, I actually looked it up and they said how much the gear weighs. It's like 80. I mean, it's a lot. I don't remember
Oh,
exactly, but it's like a substantial amount of weight. And so,
Jesus.
which is pretty cool. That's amazing. And so
I
we saw
mean,
a guy running in a Barney, Barney, the purple dinosaur.
yes.
And so he had
I think I saw a banana
banana.
in New York. I didn't see that in
Okay.
the
Yeah,
Marine Corps,
yeah,
but in New York I saw a banana.
yeah. And all kinds of inspirational things. When you run, people they'll write notes,
Yeah.
they'll write notes on their bid sometimes.
Yeah.
So like, I'm running for someone who like in their family had passed away or a friend, or they're running for certain, like ALS, and they'll have
Yeah.
like short little blurbs on there. So I always read those when I run. It's pretty cool.
Oh, that's really
Yeah.
cool.
Yeah.
I like it. So basically, if you guys want to see some really crazy stuff, do New York for sure.
Yeah.
I'm sure Chicago, we haven't ran Chicago, but I'm feeling Chicago is probably going to be about the same. Yeah.
Might be. We'll
Yeah.
have to,
So
I told you, we're going to have to bring you guys back so we can get the, because we're going to
Yeah.
need to know how it went with Chicago. And then we're going to
sure.
need to hear how it was in Berlin. We're going
Yeah.
to have to get you
Mhm.
before you head off to Tokyo, because you guys
Yeah.
are going to have so
Yes.
many amazing experiences. And we'll have to compare and contrast and figure out, create the list for anyone watching on what marathons are the must run marathons
Yeah.
around the world.
Yeah.
We'll have to put together the Wayne and Mary list. You guys can
Yeah.
start your
Yeah.
own.
Yeah.
Legit, Wayne and Mary. It's like top
Yeah.
6 in the world. Forget that. You want
Yeah.
Wayne and Mary's top 6
That's
Yeah.
right.
Yeah.
of marathons. I do want to give a big shout out though. I just think it's really cool what you were talking about with the firefighters. So, I mean, we appreciate everyone, veterans, first responders, everybody out there. So, thank you to everyone who is doing what they do to just literally help the world. You guys are all superstars. So, big shout out to everybody that's out there serving the world. I want to throw
Cool.
that out there because I think those individuals are super, super amazing. But I think it's so cool. I love hearing your guys' perspective, especially since you guys approach it a little bit differently. Like Mary's really into the, like, you need those people cheering, and Wayne, you're like, no, just kind of like let me do my thing. Do you have, is it music? I mean, what is the mental mission that is happening for you as you're running this marathon?
I listen to music, but a lot of times I don't think I even know what song is playing. It's just like noise in my head, you know?
Ah,
Um,
really?
it's just I think I needed to like drown out
Okay.
the talk of I'm
Everything.
tired, how much longer, you know,
Okay.
my feet hurt,
Okay.
you know, that kind of stuff.
I hear you.
I do a lot of like positive talk when I'm running, like when I'm deep in the marathon, you know, like
Okay.
just telling myself that I'm strong, I'm prepared, I've done this before, I've got this, you know, just those kind of things to get you.
This one won't stop. She won't stop barking.
No,
So
Oh
she's
my goodness.
yeah,
Ah,
this
who
is
is this?
Roxy.
it's Roxy.
Roxy. Roxy, you're a star.
Yeah,
You're an
Right?
I
absolute
know.
star. Oh
Hopefully she'll
my
stop.
goodness.
I'm gonna set her down because hopefully she'll stop barking now.
Yeah.
Now that we're
Oh,
well
she just
out.
wanted to say hi to everybody. I get it. I'm
Yeah.
not even mad at it. I'm not even
Yeah.
mad. Roxy is precious.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness. Bring her on out to Bali too.
Yeah.
Just bring them all. Oh, I love that. I'm surprised that there's no special playlist. There's no I've heard some really cool stories about playlists. We've even had some people who have lost loved ones, lost family members to ALS, and they will play their favorite songs to
Aw,
get
yeah.
them through to just like when like you were saying, when you hit that 20, when you hit that 24, when crap just gets really hard,
Mhm.
like that's the thing that really pushes somebody over the edge. So I think that's really cool that you guys have your separate ways of kind of
Yeah.
approaching
Yeah.
the way that you run.
I mean, I have music going usually, but I mean, I'm just completely zoned out as I go further into it. I don't even know. I'm just kind of,
Mm.
just running and
So much of it is like honestly, so much of it is mental. Like
Mhm. Yeah,
you've done all the training, so you know physically you can complete this, but you
yeah.
are tired. So a lot of it at a certain point just becomes a mental fight, and you just have to like be tough, kind of,
yeah.
you know, and just finish it.
She's really tough. I'm
Yeah.
not that tough. Yeah.
Well, you are.
So,
You've
well,
done
you're
quite
working
a
with,
few times.
yeah, and you're working with an
Yeah.
injury, right? You just had some
Yeah,
stuff
well,
happen
so
recently.
actually,
What's going on?
I was talking about that when you were restarting. So, but yeah, so I was running
Oh,
on a trail by our house, and I fell back really hard, and I separated my shoulder. And
You didn't
so,
separate your shoulder. I mean, you like have
well,
holes, detached the bicep. Like
yeah,
it
so I tore
was.
my labrum,
Yeah.
detached
ooh,
my bicep, and then my rotator cuff. They had to put three
ooh,
anchors. They put these
Yeah.
ceramic anchors, and then they use this fabric to sew it back together. So they said actually it's gonna be better than it was before.
Yeah.
So that's great. But it's a long recovery. It's
cool.
pretty tough. Yeah. So I couldn't run. So I'm catching up. So Berlin's just
Okay,
gonna be like me getting through it because I lost like 6 weeks of training and I think we're like 10 weeks out or something.
Yeah.
So, it'll be one of those things where I'll just do the best I can. But,
okay.
it's running Berlin. So who cares? It'll be great. But
Exactly. Power
Yeah.
walk,
yeah.
man. Just power walk the crap out of
Yeah.
that.
Yeah. So I just started running again on Sunday and, hopefully I'll catch up pretty quick, but we'll see.
Okay. How's it feeling?
Man, it's a really tough injury. Shoulder is
Oh,
like very,
okay.
I mean, it's pretty painful, and then they won't want you moving at all, so they put you in this sling that where you immobilizes it, and so it's
Okay.
pretty tough. But it's done now, so
Yeah. You're
yeah,
on the other side of it. So
yep,
that's good. It's going to get
yep.
better and better. And you got like the best care in the world. So you got to have
That's
your wife
right.
take care of you. So that's amazing.
Poor Mary. Yeah, she said she told me if it happens again because I was doing some things I shouldn't have been doing. She's like, look, if you hurt your shoulder again, you're going to your mom's. Your mom's is gonna
Fair,
she'll do your second recovery.
Yeah.
So
fair.
it's
And
been
Mary's
pretty.
coming to Bali. You're going to
Yeah,
your mom's and Mary's
yeah,
coming to Bali.
yeah.
Yeah.
That's
It's
right.
been pretty tough. So
100% that's what's happening.
yeah.
Well, do you guys have any advice? So now I'm going to go ahead and say you are marathon veterans at this point. You've each run more than one. So you guys are veterans at this point. Like you said, it is I mean, you can train, you can prep your body, you can do all the right things, but it is a big mental game. So for anybody who is maybe considering, maybe that watches this and gets pumped and is like, I can do this too. What advice would you give them for someone who's maybe starting out to run a marathon for charity?
Go ahead.
I would say, because I've told my nephew this, because he was not a runner, and I've kind of gotten him like inspired. So he's done a half marathon, and he's training tentatively for December marathon here. And I just always tell him to not give up, and that some days you feel great and you think you're like killing it, and then the next day you're like, oh God, this is like square one again. But that's normal and it's okay. And just to not give up and keep practicing, and he'll get there.
Yeah, I think training is it. You know, like the day the marathon comes, it all comes down to training. And so like having a good training plan, having a plan, and then following the plan. And so I had this thing where, you know, obviously my shoulder I couldn't run, but other than that, you know, doctor tells you not to run. You know, I run no matter what, like whether it's raining or just it's hot or whatever. You
Yeah.
know, you run no matter what.
No excuses, and it's okay to do hard things.
Yeah, yeah.
I like
Yeah.
that. That should be
Yeah.
a beautiful slogan. No excuses, and it is okay to do the hard
I know,
things.
you know, our lives, like physically, we don't have a lot of challenges like in everyday life anymore. And so, I mean, we all do, you know, mentally, and it's a lot, but physically, you know, so to me, it's like something that I do to continue to, you know, to stay sharp, you know, that like to really challenge myself in a physical way is different than challenge yourself in a mental way. And so
Yeah.
it helps, you know, kind of keep that kind of, you know, keep you kind of keep the edge.
Love it.
Roxy.
Come here.
I'm telling you, they're the best. They're the best cheering corner. No, he's just like, yes, Dad, I second that. Too
Yeah.
strong.
I'm gonna go with that.
Okay.
That is
She wants out.
amazing.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. That is perfect. No, I was gonna ask you guys too, how did you not end up running the Chicago Marathon now?
How what?
How did you, because Mary's running the Chicago Marathon this year, right?
Yeah.
You didn't want to join? What
Oh
happened
no,
there?
I just like whenever like she just the day it started, you know, like she got on and you know and oh no, she got on through her time because her time's so good. Like they want people like her running a marathon, so they let them in. So like she's the people they want in. And then when it came out, I just like because I didn't think it'd be a problem to get a spot. But man, Chicago is completely full. And so I, you know, and that's how whenever because actually I was looking for Chicago, and then Sarah, the lady that
Yeah.
you know, so Sarah's like, hey, I don't have Chicago, but I can do Chicago next year, but I have Berlin. Would y'all want that? I'm like, yeah. I told her what we were doing, and then she said that
Duh.
she could do 27 for Tokyo 2 for us, and so I'll run Chicago next year.
I
Okay.
think it'd be great to run like charity for ALS.
Yeah,
You know?
I would run for you guys for even
Yeah.
if we got in. Yeah.
Yeah.
So
I'm loving it.
Yeah.
Well, we were talking about this.
Cool.
I am really excited to have you guys, because I do want to have you come back, because you have run so many marathons and it's really cool. You've experienced a lot of really beautiful things. I would
Mhm.
love to hear what your experience is like with Team ALS.
Yeah.
Because like I said, I'm willing to bet it's going to be a pretty memorable moment for you guys.
Yeah.
And being around all of that, being in the room and hearing some of these conversations and hearing the whys on
Mhm.
these stories about why people are running. It is so hard to be in that room and just not
Yeah.
feel on top of the world, right? A lot of times it
Right.
comes to that next marathon morning and you are just like, you are literally ready to take on anything because you are
Yeah.
fueled
Yeah.
up with just so much, so many amazing stories that you want to run for all of these people that can't do it, that can't get out there and run a marathon for themselves. You're doing it for them. I'm
Yeah.
excited to see your experience. Do you guys have any idea what's coming for you? Do you have any idea, or is there something you're most excited to experience in Chicago? Really, it would be Mary at this point, but
Yeah.
you're along for the ride too, Wayne.
Yeah. No, I mean, I'm like I'm just ready for Berlin, and then I'll focus on Chicago.
Yeah. 'Cause that's
I think
first.
that's kind of
Makes
yeah
Yeah.
how I'm approaching it.
Yeah.
Okay, fair enough. It's gonna be so easy. You're gonna be able to do this in your sleep by the time you get to Chicago.
Yeah, no kidding.
I hope that'd
Easy
be awesome.
peasy. Easy
What's
peasy.
that?
Well, I would like to throw into the hat. I think that Australia should make the list. I think why stop at 6? I feel like
Sure.
this, yeah,
Do all
there's
7.
gonna
Just
have
knock
to
them
be,
out.
Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah.
why not?
Maybe.
Try to hit all the
Maybe.
continents and
Yeah.
how many marathons can you do? Especially if you guys, those life goals are to be those 70 and 80. And there's even,
Yeah.
I've seen people in their 90s running marathons. You guys are
Yeah.
going to keep doing that together. You're going to
Yeah.
need a heck of a lot more than 7.
Yeah.
That's right.
I saw a guy, there's a thing called Badwater, and it's a race they do in Death Valley in California. And so it's a 130-mile race, I think. And it's just
Whoa.
constant. And the guy is 82. The oldest guy ever finished was he finished this it was just a few weeks ago, and he was 82 or 80 or 82. And it's a brutal race. Yeah. It's crazy. So it's pretty cool what people are doing as they get, further, that
As they get older.
as they get older, staying active.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's more than active.
So
That is
cool.
like- yeah.
Yeah.
That's amazing insanity all rolled into one.
Yeah. Yeah.
Do you want to let it run?
No.
Okay.
Taking away the 7, taking away those 7 places we talked about, because I know that those 6 for sure are on your goal list. If it doesn't even matter if a marathon doesn't exist in this place, out of anywhere in this world, where would a dream marathon for you be, for each of you? Where would that place be that you want to run? No rules.
Yeah.
You go.
I'd like to run one like if Yellowstone had one, I'd like to run that because it's so Yellowstone National Park because it's so pretty there, and so that would be a good one to run. I don't think they have one, but I mean I have to see. But I love.
I think I would like, which they do, I think have one, but I think I like Italy.
Oh
or
yeah,
Spain.
no, they have Rome.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Rome.
Yeah.
I think Italy or
Ooh.
Spain would be
Yeah.
like,
Yeah.
Okay.
that's,
I
just be
think
like
you
a
can make that
great
happen.
place. I know in Italy they do. I don't know.
Yeah. Yeah. We could run Rome.
I think that would be amazing.
That'd be pretty fun.
Cool.
Rome's
We
really
just added
hilly,
number
though.
8 to the list.
Yeah. There you go.
I always look at the hills because when I ran Austin, I didn't really know about how man it's pretty tough, and Rome's very hilly, so
Yeah, but I
Okay.
think the excitement takes over. Like you're in
Yeah,
Rome.
Sure.
Who
you're in
cares?
Rome.
You're going to be feeling
Yeah.
amazing.
yeah.
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 Walk the hill
You can
if you
take
have to.
gelato
You're in
breaks.
Rome.
You can like
Yeah.
stop for
Exactly.
Yeah.
that will pump you up. Well, yeah, it's fine. You're in Rome. You'll make it.
Yeah.
Oh
Okay.
my
We
gosh.
gotta let her back in. Can you? I guess you
Oh, I
can hear
love-
her bark. She's like, will not stop
No.
barking.
No, I love it. Just because she wants to be on the show. She's like, how
I-
dare you keep me away from this
I
excitement?
guess so.
She's the mascot.
I'm about to pick her up. She starts
Oh.
barking again. I'm gonna be picking her up again. So
Oh, I love it. Well, how did you guys meet? Actually, I mean, we're talking about all this amazing marathon stuff, which is really cool. I'm really pumped for you guys. But how did your love story begin? We heard your run story. How'd your
Yeah.
love story begin?
well, we've been married for 6 years, and so we're both single, and we met on Match, actually.
Really?
Match, yeah, like
Yeah.
6 years ago.
Well,
'Cause-
we met 7
Very
years ago. Yeah.
7 years ago, sorry, yeah. And so, so I had like kids at home, like I was raising on my own. And so Roxy, and I was kind of done, I didn't have a lot of time to date, but I was getting more time because they were getting a little bit older. And then, so we met on Match and we hit it off like right off the bat. And so,
Yeah.
yeah, it's really cool.
Did you both just know? Like, this is different. This is it.
I think I did. I don't know about her. I think it took some time for her to, like qualify me. So
I think I knew it was different. I mean, like that he was like
Yeah.
different. Yeah. I'm not sure I knew like this is it, but I didn't think I like thought that way. But I knew he was like a really good quality guy,
there you go.
If you've ever been on dating online, then it's tough out there.
Yeah. It's so funny. I've never done the online dating thing, but I've always heard friends talk about it. And so it's really fun hearing really sweet success stories because I hear a lot of crazy stories about
Yeah.
online dating.
Yeah.
So
I had-
that is really cute.
I had been on for 3 months, and 3 months is about all I can handle. Like, I had been on before in the past, and I get on for 3 months, and then I'm like, I'm done. Like I need a break.
Okay.
And so I was at my 3 months, and I was actually getting off, and he just
Yep.
happened to reach out,
Yep.
so it worked out perfect.
And then life had other plans.
Yeah,
And then look
Yeah.
at you guys. Now you get
Yeah.
the cutest dog and you guys get to run around the world.
that's right.
Literally.
Pretty cool.
Yeah.
Oh my
Yeah.
gosh. I love it. Roxy, you are such a star. You look very happy to be here.
Yeah. This is her happy look.
Yeah.
I love
Her
it.
look
I
doesn't
think
change much.
Yeah.
she needs to rock the ALS bandana
Yes.
or a little shirt, and she should be the mascot of.
You have a
You'll have
dog,
to
right?
bring
You have
her
a
out.
dog?
I do. I do.
Where's your dog?
He's chilling. Oh, my dog is very. It's funny. He's never barked. I've never.
Oh.
We joke. Does he even have a bark? He doesn't
Yeah.
bark. He's just chilling. He's got his throne and he guards the porch to
Oh,
make sure.
nice.
He's
Nice.
like, Mama's on a show, so he's
Yeah.
sitting out on the chair. He sits up like a human. He's sitting out on the porch on the chair, not letting anybody come near me because he's like, my mom's busy, so you cannot be here.
Yeah.
So if anyone were to come try to deliver anything or anything like that, he would very politely be like, not now. She's busy.
Yeah. Come back.
So he's sitting outside. Yeah, he's chilling outside. And then he knows. He's very patient and he understands time frame. So because his walk, we would normally be having a walk right now and he doesn't get it.
Oh.
So he knows on show days, like he knows. And as soon as we hit end of showtime, he'll give it an extra 10-minute buffer and then he will come inside to politely remind me like, hi, it is
Like,
that
it's
time.
time.
It's exactly. It's that time. Yeah, I'll have to send you guys pictures because I'm gonna keep bugging you. You'll have to come out here. You can maybe do a marathon in Bali. Maybe
Yeah.
that's also next on the list.
Yeah.
That'd be
Joe,
great.
how big is the island? It can't be that big though. Is it big?
It is surprisingly big. It is.
Oh, okay.
I don't know measurements. I should Google that. I should actually know about the place I
Yeah.
live. But it is very surprisingly big. You can drive hours and hours and hours, and
Oh, okay.
to get to
Oh,
the yeah.
Great.
It's very big. There are places
Okay.
that are like 6 hours away, still on the
oh,
island.
okay.
Yeah.
It's
Cool.
bigger than you would. It's bigger than you think. But we do have a bunch of smaller islands too. So
That's
Bali
what
is just
I thought.
one
That's what I
island.
thought it was. I didn't realize that. Yeah.
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah, Bali is maybe one of the bigger-ish islands. And then we have
Yeah.
all kinds of little itty bitty islands that you can hop around to.
Yeah.
You'll see. You'll see for
Cool.
yourselves.
We'll see when
Make it
Well-
someday. Yeah.
It's going to happen. Right now though, the priorities, right? You've got Berlin, you've got Tokyo,
Yeah.
you've got a lot of really amazing
Yeah.
things coming up. And then, I mean, what do you think's after Tokyo? Where's next on the list?
That's like 27, so we should be because we should be pretty much done unless you're gonna run Sydney.
Yeah, I'm
Yeah.
hoping I'll be done with my 6 by
Yeah.
then.
Hopefully.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then I don't
I think
have to think
Sydney's
about
the
it.
list.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, the list will
'Cause you
just keep
can't-
growing.
Yeah. It's great to
It has
it just keeps you in shape too. Just running all the time just keeps you in shape, and
Yeah.
we're getting kind of to that age where it's really important to stay in really good shape. So
Yeah, well, you guys are running 26.2 miles all the time, so I'm willing to bet you guys are in fantastic shape. I think
one
you're
better
good
than the
there.
other, but yeah.
I think you are so good. Hey, you're getting there. And if anything, that's just awesome. That gives you motivation, right? To keep up to her.
Yeah,
That's right.
that's right.
Yeah.
I don't
Maybe
let it
that's
hurt my
the goal.
feelings. She's so much faster. So I just accept it. Happy for her, and yeah.
It just kind of makes you one of the smartest men alive because that just means you found a great one. Like
I
you
know.
picked well.
Yep. Yes, I did.
Good for you.
Jackpot.
Yeah.
Yep.
For real. For
Yeah.
real. Yeah. I hope that my future husband someday never asks me to run a marathon with him. I'm just going to put that out there. Of
Yeah.
all the things that might be fun couple activities, I hope it's not that. But I don't know. You guys make me want to give that a try because you guys are super stinking adorable. And I do love these goals of just getting to do that together into your 90s, of just traveling the world and running.
Yeah.
I think that is so
Oh my
awesome.
gosh, I'm gonna take
Sorry, she's
No,
gonna go
No,
mind the dogs.
you're fine.
Well, we should have put. We have another place we could have put them, but we didn't do that. So next time we will.
No, hey, we are family friendly. We are animal friendly here. We love them to jump on the show. I think
Yeah.
that is fantastic. Roxy's a superstar and she's earned her place here. She's part of the Sunflower Hour family now.
She's
But
something
I
else.
want to give you one last, I want to leave it with one last kind of just awesome question to you if Mary does end up coming back. But for anybody watching this, you guys have run some decent marathons for some really incredible causes, some really amazing charities, and you've seen what that does and you've felt what that feels like to run with a mission. So for the world, why is it important to do so? Why is it important if you're going to run a marathon? Why should you run for a cause?
Well, because it gives us an opportunity to do some, to give back, and and it's such a positive thing. Just running marathons, obviously very positive, but when you can run it for a marathon, it means something, and it gives meaning to like the training that you do and the preparation that you do. And then when you see, how it helps people, it's something real. And it's that's kind of what, we're into real things in helping, and so that gives us a chance to do something and also help people along the way.
Awesome. I love it. So, in the words of Wayne, guys, like, why not? Why not help somebody while you're doing some really cool things? That is fantastic. You guys are so adorable. You guys are so amazing. I'm super pumped for you for all these great marathons coming up. So, safe travels to Berlin. Have a freaking fantastic time as part of Team ALS. I cannot wait to check back in with you guys. Like I said, I want to hear how Berlin went. I want to hear what your experience with Chicago was like. So happy training, happy running, and I hope your shoulder is doing better.
It's great. Thanks.
Thank you.
You're welcome, guys. We'll check in with you very soon. Happy running.
All right.
All right.
Great.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye. Oh my gosh, literally, they're the cutest couple. I just want to squeeze them. Like I said, I hope maybe I'm going to eat my words. I hope someday I meet somebody that actually want to run marathons with, that is as adorable as they are. You guys, we're taking this team. We are taking Team ALS international. They are heading over to represent us, to spread in all kinds of amazing places. So if you want to reach out, if you want to support them, shoot us a message. I wish I had the link for you. I would put it up, but I do not. So shoot us a message. Go to alsunitedchicago.org and you can find out information. You can find out if you want to help donate to Wayne and Mary's run. You can do so. Help be a part of their journey as they run for Team ALS. And in the words, everybody, let's do the hard things. Let's just keep taking action, keep doing it even if you don't want to do it, and do the hard things, especially for those that can't, like those that are battling ALS. Now, I will see all of you back for our next live show next month. Have an amazing summer. And until then, be bright and shine your light. I'll see you guys next time.